Hello everyone, Pockets here. Back again playing some more Magic the Gathering Arena. I've decided I do want to get back into this game and like to get it back on the channel. Not sure the format or how these are going to work. I might try some longer format videos for Magic just so we get more done. Half an hour for some videos may not be long enough. We'll see. We'll see how it works out. So if this ends up a little longer, that'll be why. Yeah, lots of interesting things happening here. Lots has happened since I last played, and I am completely lost, so we're going to start from, not really from scratch. Obviously, I have some cards, but a lot of my cards are rotating in all my decks. All my current decks are kind of rotating out. The Autumn Gates deck is actually pretty rotation safe because it's mostly Guilds of Ravnica forward type stuff. There's not a lot of the rotating. I don't think anything in here is rotating out. Like my forests, I can just replace those with another set's forest. That's not a problem. Well, they won't even rotate. I can use those forests all I want. So yeah, this deck is safe, but it's boring. So I'm not going to play that one. Lots of these two decks are definitely rotating, and a fair amount of this is, so I'm just going to kind of wait. The mana base is rotating for these as well. You know, not Steam Vents, the other one. Sulphur Falls is rotating out, so we'll have to use something else for that. There is another rare land coming or available, but I don't have them, and they come into play tapped, so it'll be a little slower, so we'll have to see. Mono Blue, which I did try to play towards the end of me leaving, almost all of it's rotating, so that's probably going to get deleted. And I did build this Izzet combo. It's based on the existing, the Ral Expansion Explosion, so infinite copies doing 1 damage with Ral Storm Conduit. This is going to cost us, this is one of the other lands. This is the uncommon one I put in here, because right now the rare one that comes into play tapped as well, and Scry may be better, but this will help us against aggro while we're setting up the combos, so we'll have to see. But I want to try something a lot different, because I've been playing a lot of, as you can see, red-blue. Izzet. So I was actually playing Magic with my kids, Paper Magic, using decks from when I used to play Paper Magic years ago, like Zendikar era. And one of the decks that my daughter really likes is the Wolf deck I built. You know, Wolfbriar Elemental and Garruk, can't say words, and a bunch of other things. It just creates wolves and makes a big mess of the board. So I want to see, and there's some interesting things I did see while I was digging around, so I'm going to try and build a Wolf deck. We'll see if I have enough wild cards to do it. We're going to make it for standard 2020. That way we're not looking at cards that are going to rotate out. And we're going to play in 2020. It's like 8 days now until the rotation happens. And we get the new set, I think, shortly after that or just at the same time. I'd have to look. It's been a while. But yeah, even like this mastery stuff here is new. Oops, we're not going to look at that now. So I'm going to look at that again after the rotation. It says 8 days. I'm assuming this mastery ends in 8 days and there'll be a new mastery to pay into. So I'm going to hold off on that. But let's look for a Wolves deck. Now, it is based around, I can't remember the name of the card now. It is Toll something. Not collected. I don't have any. Yeah, this one here. Tolsimir, Friend to Wolves. So when I saw this is what kind of intrigued me after playing that other deck. So Tolsimir, Friend to Wolves enters the battlefield. Create Voja. Friend to Elves, a legendary 3/3 white wolf creature token. Okay, cool. So for 5 mana, we get 2 3/3s. That's pretty sweet. That's 6/6 power toughness. That's a pretty decent deal. That's a little hard mana cost. 1 white, 2 green. But whenever a wolf enters the battlefield under your control, gain 3 life, and that creature fights up to 1 target creature you control. So when we pay this character for 5 mana, we get a 3/3 wolf and 3 life, and that 3/3 wolf can fight up to 1, so we don't have to use it, but we can use it as a removal to remove something from the opponent's side of the board. And if we're building a wolf theme, every time a wolf enters the battlefield, so this card, this is going to be the core, we're putting 4 of those in. We want that out, even if we have to sit on it, we want this out every game. So the other thing we want to look at here, so that means we're in white-green. Now there's a new Garruk coming, and he's white-green-black, or green-black? White-green-black, green-black? Hang on. Wow, I just looked at him. Yeah, this guy. Cursed Huntsman, white-black, or green-black. So we may... So the idea is I want to build something that we can build on potentially in the future, and this would be a shoe-in for this deck. So he's a 6 mana planeswalker, create 2 2/2 black-green wolf creature tokens with when this dies, put a loyalty counter on each Garruk. So not only get a 2/2 wolf, but benefits from Tolsimir, so we can use that to fight if we need to, and if it dies, we put a loyalty counter on Garruk. That seems interesting. Also, there's some other stuff that's going to come up. There's a Wolf Lord. There's a couple ways that we're going to be able to boost the power level of wolves. So this is something I'm leaning towards for this deck as a future build. So I'll be able to fill some of the power level with that. So that's really interesting. And again, my other wolf deck uses Garrick. It's the one that gives +X and trample with his ultimate or whatever. Really cool. So that's the idea. Oh wait, then he's already that's in the new set, right? He's not already available. I read that right. Yeah. So he's available here because the set's kind of here, but you can't play it. Actually, I guess we could play it in 2020. It doesn't matter. We'll look at that later once we see kind of what we're getting into. I digress, and this happens to me a lot, so I will digress. Anyway, so that's kind of the plan, and we'll see what other wolves we're going to get in black area, what we're going to get in the new expansion. Pretty exciting. I'm really excited about this. So there's a few things we're just going to kind of go through, and as things catch my eye, I am set to M20, standard 2020. So we're going to play in the 2020, just ranked or otherwise. So mostly what we're looking for are things to either, so for example here, target creature you control gains protection from a color of your choice until end of turn, scry 1. We can use this to protect Tulsimer from removal or our Wolf Lord when we get there. So I'm going to put 4 of these in for now. We may not even keep them, but this is kind of my process building a deck. I'm just going to kind of skim through here. I don't want combat tricks yet. We don't think we'll have room for them anyways, based on what's here. No enchant. That's an enchant creature. This is just asking to get 2 for 1. So for now, we'll leave it. There's some other. Dawn of Hope. No soldiers. So we got to look at things like maybe some renewal, some protection from removal, a little bit. So exile target creature, planeswalker. That's black or red. That's situational. We could put that in a sideboard if we're going to play like standard best of 3, but not in the base deck. I think unless red. Well, red's pretty common. Red and black becomes super common, maybe, but we'll see. This is all good here. Exile target creature you control, no. There's a couple things I saw that I definitely want to throw in at least a couple copies of, and we'll see them here. Nothing in this line here. Don't see anything here. Lands on the battlefield, can't be target. No, that's okay. It's a cool card. Lots of cool cards like Gideon, but doesn't really forward our plan, so we'll leave them out. And you can see I collected a couple War of the Sparks, and that's kind of where I stopped, was when War of the Spark came out. So I played a little bit and then fell off. Luminous Bonds is good. Enchanted creature can't attack or block. Now it can still use activated abilities, but I do have 4 of them, and it's not going to rotate. Like that's why it shows these ones, because they're still available in one of the Ravnica sets. I think that's Guilds of Ravnica, so it's not rotating. So I could use that. But there was another Prison Realm. When it enters the battlefield, so this is like, I can't remember what it's called, but when Prison Realm enters the battlefield, exile target creature or planeswalker. Opponent controls until Prison Realm, and then scry 1. So this gives us more, so we're going to put it in. We may have to spend some of our wildcards on it, but that's okay. I need to build a deck that I'm going to have fun with, and this seems like a good choice. Well, we'll see if this seems like a good choice. Let's see, anything in here? No, like Johnny's cool, but again, doesn't really. We're gonna have a lot of creatures, but it's cats instead of wolves, so it doesn't really further our plan other than giving us life, and that's not really a good payoff. And we have other things. I think we're gonna be okay. I don't think we're gonna have a lot of room for. I have a feeling we're gonna have trouble cutting if we do update for the Garrick. We may just have to splash for him because there is a lot of stuff here. I was seeing just sort of as a quick skim through. Exile multicolored permanents. We'll see how common stuff like maybe like a feather deck, if they're all the time, we might want to something like that. But the other exile does cover that anyways, so. And it's not easy, it's not impossible, but it's not easy to remove enchantments. It's not as easy as it is to remove, say, creatures. I mean, I love the gods, but they don't kind of further our plan here. I think that's going to be it for the white, like mono white. Going to be super light mono white. And we'll probably end up cutting a few of these. It's a lot of space for that, so we may go down to like 2 and 2 or 3 and 3. We'll see what we have room for. Yeah, none of this. Wanderer Strike is cool if we were going to do tokens, but I'll see how much token we actually get. And we have lots of other ways to put tokens on, so proliferating may not be necessary. And unless we're going to do like an actual proliferation theme. Another Gideon, that's cool. You attack with 2 or more non-Gideon creatures, put a +1/+1 in each of those creatures. Yeah, still it's not a wolf, doesn't really further our theme. Planar Cleansing, I don't want to destroy my stuff. I'm expecting that we're going to have, in most cases, more of a board presence than the opponent, so we just want to cut out some key things. If it's anything like my other one, it's going to be just a board full of wolf tokens. And it's a picture of a wolf. Giant Growth is always good. We can throw that in if we have the need of it as like a placeholder until we find something better upcoming, but we'll leave it out for now. Here's some ramp. Arboreal Grazer. Reach 0/3. Puts a land from our hand onto the battlefield, so it's kind of ramp. We'll put it in for now. This does give us something. The weakness of this deck will be blocking flyers, but there are some other options as well. We'll put him in for now. I don't think we're going to keep him, but we'll put him in so I don't forget. Some life gain, that sort of thing. Another blocker, but this one's not rampy. And I mean, one is going to kill some creatures, but mostly we just need to block them. We're going to have big enough creatures, and we're going to be fighting if we have to remove something. So that's going to be good. Some combat tricks here. Incubation Druid, actually, you know what? It's a better ramp option than Arboreal Grazer. It's 1 mana more, but it creates a mana without having to have it in our hand. And if we ever do adapt them, if we end up with we can get 3 mana for it. Although I don't think that'll be an issue, but there is one more creature that may replace him, but we'll see what we get when we get to it. It's the other Druid. There's another option for flyer defense. We'll have to keep that in mind. That's another interesting ramp option. 0/3. It doesn't have reach, but that's okay. It creates 1 less, but it's only forest. We do want something that can create white as well. Paradise Druid, I don't have any of. A nice thing about Paradise Druid, though, is that it means we're going to get at least 1 use of it because it has hexproof. So there's a good chance we'll be able to use it before it gets sniped. Is it better than, you know what, we have the Incubation Druids already. This could kill something as well, though. No, we have these already. Let's keep this for now. If we do like the deck and we see that these get sniped too much, we may buy the Paradise Druids or see if we get some. But I think that's going to be okay for now. Let's proliferate. We're good there. What else do we got? So I hope you guys like just seeing me go through this process. I'm not an amazing deck builder. Words are hard. But I do have some idea what I'm doing. I hope that comes across. Avoid combat damage again. If we have room, if we have some spots to fill, we'll come back and look at these. Another defense. This is actually kind of interesting. We have 4 of them already. Reach 1/3, but if it blocks a creature flying, it gets +2, so it becomes a 3/3 blocker for 2 mana if it's against flying. But it doesn't, other than a defensive flying, it doesn't further our game any further, and we will have some other options. So I have a feeling we're going to be okay without that. Maybe in like a best of 3, we put this in something like this in the sideboard, going against something like a blue-white flyers of some such if we need to, or like feather deck maybe. But in the Bane deck, we won't need it. Another combat trick. Vivian's Arcbow. This is excellent. Well, I'm going to put 4. We'll probably bring these down, especially if we don't have enough, because we don't have that many rare wildcards. And it's a legendary effect, so we're going to have 1 in play, so we don't want to be sitting on a bunch of these. So maybe 2 or 3 of. But I'll put 4 for now. We'll cut it if we need to. X and tap, discard a card. Look at the top X cards of your library. You may put a creature card with a converted mana cost X or less from among them on the battlefield. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in random order. So there's a creature coming up where this is going to go with, where at the end of the opponent's turn, if we're sitting on 4 mana, we tap out at the end of the opponent's turn, look for a creature with a casting cost 4 or less, which, spoiler, is going to be a majority of them. We could even do 5 and maybe get a Tulsimir. But summon that at the end of the opponent's turn. So basically like it's having flash. So this is going to be excellent for us, I think. We'll definitely want at least 2. Elf Scout Woodland Champion. Whenever 1 or more tokens into the battlefield under control, put a +1. So this kind of works because we are going to be putting tokens in, but it's not a wolf itself. So we'll leave it for now. If we do need another lower mana cost, I think because Incubation Druid is our turn 2 drop of choice, 3 drops are going to be better off, so we'll see if we do need another 2 drop maybe, but let's keep going. Ooh, Woodland Mystic, what was that? Yeah, no. That's like just a strictly worse Land Werewolves. Now, Land Werewolves are rotating, which is why we didn't see them, but it's not as good as Incubation Druid, because it's the same mana cost with the same base ability. and we get a little more out of the incubation. And again, we'll probably end up switching for the other druid just so that if we see that we're getting it removed a lot. Here's a 3-drop 3/2. Can't be blocked by creatures with power 2 less. Now, on the surface, this is a weaker card, but throw in like buffs to wolves, and this becomes quite good because they can't chump block it as easy with a bunch of 1/1 tokens or even 2/2 tokens, right? Or 2/2 creatures. So let's throw 4 in. We'll probably end up cutting these back. 4 might be too many, maybe 2, just to have that as an option. We'll put 4 in for now. Let's see, flash enchanted creature. So this is interesting. It can be like a response combat trick that with permanence, but I don't think we're there yet, and I don't want to spend. Well, I have a couple common wild cards, but we'll see. No, the rest of this is good. A lot of sideboard options. A ferocious pup. This is just a cute card. I love the art. I put it in just for that. Just love it to pieces. I want this on my wall. So you create for 3 mana, you create a 0/1 wolf pup and a 2/2 green wolf token. Now, if we have Tulsimir out, obviously the wolf pup doesn't do anything, but we do get a 2/2 wolf that can combat. And then if we have any of our wolf lords out, it's a 1/2 and a 3/3, and it becomes so much a better card. So in this situation, again, probably not a 4 of, maybe a 2 of, maybe a 3 of. If we need to make some room, but we'll put 4 in for now. Another blocker. Each creature you control becomes a druid. No, that's okay. I don't think we're going to have room for that. Death Touchers. Gift to Paradise. No, we don't need too much ramp because our casting cost is so far capped at 5. More combat tricks. Convoke. Target creature gets no. Convoke combat trick. No, that's okay. We'll have tokens. We could probably cast this for 1, which means it's a giant growth. But giant growth is just better. Oh, these are one of the new cards coming out, which we could use. Yeah, so we can use the new Garruk if we wanted to, but for now I want to see what we get for other options with this deck before I really spend on mythics, if I can help it. So this is a druid. That's actually pretty good. So for 3 mana, you have a sorcery that says add 1 mana of any color. So you can convert a forest into plains if we needed the white mana for this. So that's cool. And then what happens is with this, it's the adventure. Once you cast it, you exile it, and then you can still summon the creature. However, if you summon the creature, you can't then use the spell. So you kind of want to do both. It's 3 mana for a 2/3 druid as well. So this could be something we may add if we find color fixing becomes a problem, especially maybe once we add black. This might be an interesting option. Although for 2 mana, the incubation druid or the other druid might still just be better. That'll be interesting to see where that goes. What do we got? Let's keep scanning here. Here's a Vivian. May cast creature spells as though they had flash. So I'm gonna put 2 of them. I know this isn't going to be a 3. Definitely not going to be a 4 of. May not even be a 3 of. May not even hit the final deck. But you'll see when we get there. There's a creature coming up. When we can cast creatures as flash, that's excellent. And then until your next turn, up to 1 target creature gains vigilance and reach. So this will allow us, if we end up against a flyer deck, we can turn give some of our wolves wings. And then look at the top 3 cards of your library, exiled 1 face down, and put the rest on the bottom of your library. For long as it remains exiled, you may look at that card and you may cast it if it is a creature card. So we could use this sort of to tuck a creature away for later use if we need to. So we could pull a Tossamir off early and have it ready for us. So this will be interesting. Mostly to be used for the flash ability and the +1, but the +2 is definitely interesting if we need to start digging for something. So I'm going to put 2 in. We may go to 3, but I doubt it. Very, very much doubt it. I'm not flying blue, so that won't help us with flyers. That's a bear, not a wolf, and it really doesn't do much for us. Okay, interesting. So we're getting close. Our mana base, we'll have to look at that as well. 24 lands is probably going to be okay because this is our cap, and we're going to have incubation druids. So it gives us some more room for juice here. I don't see anything here that jumps out at us. There's another druid. What does that one do? If you cast a creature spell, draw a card at 4 mana. No, that's way too late in the game. That's not a wolf. Trample Vigilance. This would be great, but it's not a wolf. Here's our Wolf Lord right here. This one's definitely going to be a 4 of. So for 4 mana, it's flash. So 4 mana, 4/4 with flash is already awesome. So we can summon it as in response to our opponent's turn to block with if we need to. We can summon it at the end. Yeah. And then other wolves you control get +1/+1. So the second we get a second one of these out, they both become 5/5s for 4 mana. And at the beginning of your end step, if you didn't cast a spell this turn, create a 2/2 wolf token. So you're actually creating a 3/3 wolf token because he's in play. And if we can use it, if we use Vivian here to summon creatures on our opponent's turn and then not do it on our turn, we get an extra wolf or 2 or 3 or 4 every turn. So this is an immediate 4 of for this deck. And this is kind of the one that set me down this path between this and Tulsimir. Because remember, with that and Tulsimir in play, we get a 3/3 that can fight as removal. So that's excellent. Something a green deck and a white deck sorely needs is removal. Nullhide Feryx is always a good card. I don't have any, but it's not a wolf, and it doesn't really further our thing here. So we're just going to skip past it. No, that's okay. Whenever you tap a creature for mana, add an additional. No, that doesn't help us. Riot, when it attacks, another creature you control gets X. No, that's okay. I mean, Riot's nice, +1/+1 or haste, but it'd be supporting, but not really. This is the Vivian we want the most of, so we're going to do 4, but it'd probably be a 3 of, because again, you can only have one we don't want to be sitting on too much, but let's see what she does. So you distribute 2 1/1 counters to 2 target creatures you control. I can't words. So 2 +1/+1 counters onto up to 2 target creatures. Now, it doesn't say different creatures. And it says up to 2, so we could put 2 tokens on 1 creature, or 1 token onto up to 2 creatures. They also gain trample, so if we spread them out, we get 2 tramplers. That's going to be excellent to push some of our big non-evasive creatures damage through as we get bigger wolves. Target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to target creature or planeswalker. So again, using our wolves to help with the removal. That's excellent. It's going to turn base wolves into shocks, but can also, as we get bigger wolves. And then the last one, we may not use it, but it gives us some interesting sort of toolbox. So for -5, you can choose a creature card you own from outside the game, reveal it, put it into your hand. So we'd have to build a sideboard to use that, so we may look at that, but I don't think that's going to come up all that often, because the other 2 are going to be of great benefit to us already. So this is going to be a 3 of at least, maybe a 4 of. Wolf Rider's Saddle is another. So this is interesting. So colored equipment is back, and I love it. Colored artifacts. It was always something I've enjoyed playing with. So they can be a little more powerful than standard artifacts, which is great. So when Wolf Rider's Saddle enters the battlefield, create a 2/2 green wolf creature token, then attach Wolf Rider's Saddle to it. Target creatures +1/+1 and can't be blocked by more than 1 creature. So we're going to get a 3/3 wolf for 4 mana. That's not amazing. However, if that creature dies, we can move the saddle to another wolf, or to any creature, actually, right? Because it's only that it attaches to the wolf at the beginning. It doesn't say it has to be equipped to a wolf, though most of our creatures will be wolves. And most of our wolves are going to be larger than 2/2s. We're also likely to get our lowered bonus, so it'll be a 4/4 for 4, which is at least on par, and just get better from there. So this is going to be at least a 2 of. Now it is, whoops, what did I just do? I scrolled really far instead of clicking on that. So let's get back. So it is legend. No, this isn't the legendary. That's right. So we're going to put 4 for now. We're probably going to drop it to 3 or 2. Because we don't want too many of them because they are expensive. So we don't want to have them in our opening hand necessarily. Cavalier Thorns, like this would be something interesting to have to use Vivian to fetch, have it in our sideboard. 5/6 with reach. When it enters the battlefield, top 5 cards. Put a land onto the battlefield and the rest in your graveyard. And when he dies, I can exile it. If you do, put target creature from your graveyard on top of your libraries. So, very interesting card. Would be interesting to see what we can build decks for this. Some maybe like crazy green graveyard deck, cruel harpooners and stuff. But for this deck, I think maybe in the sideboard. But for now, we're just going to build our straight up deck. Another God Eternal, which is interesting. I always like them. Mammoth Spider if we need reach. Again, sideboard card maybe in a best of 3. Nissa, tap a force mana, add an additional, so ramping, but it's 5. So once we get to 5, we've got enough things we're going to want to be doing. We're at 66 cards already as well, so definitely going to need to make some cuts. Search your library for 2 creatures with different names. Maybe interesting. Basic Aura for 5, that's too much, but When Wolfkin Bond enters, create a 2/2 green wolf token. Enchanted creature gets +2/+2, so you get a creature and a token. Or a creature and a buff. That's cool. But there are some other cards. Here's one here. Arlen, Voice of the Pack. Each creature you control that's a wolf or a werewolf enters the battlefield with an additional +1/+1 counter on it. But she's 6 mana, so she's kind of an end game, and she does create a 2/2 green wolf token, so technically -2 she gets a 3/3, so she can create, if she's uncontested, create a 3/3 wolf tokens. So let's put 4 in. We'll probably end up with 3. She's a little expensive, maybe 2. I don't kind of want to be sitting on her. She's a little kind of expensive for what she does. This thing's just nuts. Hydra spells cost 4 less to cast, so if we have a Hydra deck, I don't know how many Hydras there are. This may be for something like a modern, or even might be interesting to have in like a, well, no, commander, because it's only one color, wouldn't be that great. Whenever a creature you control becomes the target of a spell, Gargo's Vicious Watcher fights up to one target creature you don't control and has vigilance. So that's a cool card. I like that. Ooh, that's my scroll wheel. That's what that is. Okay. Put 3 up to 1 creature. So this is just strictly worse for us, I think. Yeah, I think this is strictly worse because it's a way higher casting cost, and it doesn't give trample, and it's only on 1 creature. So I think we have enough that we don't need to be stretching. There is an artifact I want to look at. I just want to skin through. It's another interesting option if we decide to put something in the sideboard to be fetched. 8 mana, Vigilance, Trample, Haste, 7/7. When it enters the battlefield, creatures you control get +2/+2. Vigilance and Trample in 10 turns. So this is kind of, would be replacing my, what is it called? Overrun? Why can't I remember the name of the game? Back in my old deck, it was a spell that gives +X/+X and Trample. So this would be interesting to put in the sideboard, fetch it with Vivian as sort of a closer. Which actually, we're going to do that. I'm just going to put 2 for now, just so that if it does come up, we have something that we can grab. I might go back and grab the other. Let's go back and grab what's his name as well. The 5/6 reach, which does a bunch of things. This guy, Cavalier of Thorns. We'll put. I don't have them, so we're not going to maybe do it. But we'll just put it in there for now. Okay. Now we're kind of at the cap, so unless there's something super powerful. Let's look at our land, because we do have to look at those. The Sun Petal Grove, I think, is rotating, so that won't be available. What was that? No, that's blue-white. We don't want blue-white. Let's go blue-green. It's white-black. Not blue-green, white-green. So at some point, we can take a look in here as well. Some of this stuff might show up later. But for now, I'm just going to do 2-color until we see what things settle out with this new set. Nightmare Beast, if that was a wolf, that'd be great, but it's not a wolf. It'd be probably overpowered in this deck if it was a wolf. Or it would, well, I won't say overpowered. So there's the Garruk that we're going to definitely want to do something with, even if we just splash for him. White, red, and here we go. So here's this. This is the new rare. Let's put this in for now. I don't think we have enough wild cards to build everything. So Temple Gardens may get cut for now until we decide what we want to do. I do have Guild Gates come into play tapped. And these are basic here. This is the basic land. So looks like allied colors get the shocks, and then the enemy colors get the comes into play scry lands, it looks like, for the rares. So if we did add white black, we could do the other rare, but let's put these in as well. They're strictly better than the gates for us, and I think I'm going to have enough comments to get them. And if we can't afford these, I'll just put the gates in instead for now, just until we see if I actually like this. That's a white now, so I don't think there's anything else here in the white greens that we want. Lockets are... Each creature you control size combat damage equal to its toughness rather than its power. So this is like interesting, but doesn't really fit what we're doing at the moment. This could be, that's knights. But we could destroy an artifact or enchantment if we need to. This could go into the sideboard to fetch as an answer. I have one, let's put it in there. So what I'll do is I don't have this. I'm just going to remove this for now. I'm just going to put cards I have that could be interesting to fetch because I don't think it's going to come up often. And now we're out. Convoke. So that could be a big finisher, but we probably won't need it. Other creatures are going to get +1/+1. When enters the battlefield, create 2 soldier tokens. So it does buff our wolves, but we get soldiers instead, which aren't going to do much. And at the beginning of your end step, player gains control of all creatures they own. Interesting, but I think we have enough. Alright, and there was an artifact. What's the best way? Actually, we can skim through this. This gives us lands as well, but let's see. There was an artifact here that I saw that doubled as a lord. It was 3 mana. What was it called? One last thing, and then we can trim the deck down by a few cards, and then see where we go from here. But hopefully this has helped some newer players. Hopefully, here we go. Icon of Ancestry, rare. Yeah, so we have a lot of rares. So this could be a 3 or a 4 of. As Icon of Ancestry enters the battlefield, choose a creature type. So obviously wolf. Creatures you control the chosen type get +1/+1. So it's a lord, so that's all our wolves. It's an artifact, so it's a little harder to remove than creatures as well, so that's nice. Tap 3 and tap it to look at the top 3 cards of your library. You may reveal a creature card of the chosen type. Among them, put it in your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in random order. So I'm going to put 4, but I definitely think that's going to end up in there. There's another. Choose a color. Yeah, I don't know if this is good. I like the extra +1 defense. The ramp is nice here, but I think this is going to do us better. It is a rare as well, so if we can't do these, we have some extra room in the uncommons to buy. We might try one of those, but we'll see. Name, reveal top. Yeah, I think we're good. Let's see what we're at here now. So I think we're going to really protect key cards, but we don't need to do it too much because we should be good. So I think I can bring this down to 2 of. Incubation Druid, Arc Bow, Legendary Artifact. Let's do this as a 3 of. Let's do it as a 3 of. Let's do it as a 2 of since it's legendary. That way we don't have to buy 1. That's going to help us as well because it's rare. We are limited. Prison Realm, 3 of. Just off the top of my head, I don't know. Now this guy is good, but it's not good on its own. It's a 3 mana, so we don't want it in our opening hand. So we can maybe bring this Ferocious Pup down to a 3 of Ferocious Pup. Oh, sorry, Erlin's Wolf as well, I think. Because they're both 3 mana. This gives us 6 3 mana options, and they're varied. I mean, if one ends up playing better than the other, we can adjust between these 3. Because we also have Vivian Champion of the Wild at 3. That's a very 3 heavy. But we already own these, so let's leave those for now. Because we're going to compare it to the other one, this one, the Arlen. So each wolf gets +1/+1 when it enters, or gains vigilance and reach. I think, honestly, you know what? I'm just going to drop all 3 of these. I like it, but it's 6 mana. It's really heavy, and this helps us against. This will help with flyers. We don't need too many of them because it's really only going to matter against flyers. I mean, the flash is nice, but yeah, I think so. So we've cut 4 more cards. Let's cut, because we already have 4 of the Night Pack, and we definitely want this one as our main. So I think let's bring this down. That gives us 7 lords. I think that should be okay. Could even cut this down to 2 if we need to make room. Vivian. We have to buy her. How many of these do we have? We only have 5 mythic rares, and we don't want to be sitting on these in the open hand. It's 4 mana. So let's drop this down 1. Let's drop this down 2. That gets us to 60. This definitely has to be a 4. Does give us a 1 of this, but we could drop that for to boost something else. Or keep her as a 1 of and get her late game. Doesn't really do a lot late game, though. What if we dropped her? Here's a Planeswalker. Oh, is she rare? She's uncommon. So let's see how many uncommons we have without her. So we have to buy 2, 7, 5, 2, 5, 7. Oh, I guess we're not buying her anyway. Okay, so uncommons aren't a problem. It is technically 3/3/3 wolves. Yeah, let's keep her. We'll keep one of, just to see how it goes if it comes up. If one of these starts really being needed more of, we'll bring one in, but I don't think so. What do we got? So that's 3 of our 5, and I think that's the only mythic. I wonder, can we... Let's look at it this way. Rarity. No, see, that'd be nice to be able to see the rarity here. Unless I'm just not seeing it. That's too bad. That would have been nice. Yeah, no, nothing we can do to actually see what we need. Okay. So that's 3 of our mythic rares. That's fine. I don't mind spending it. I want to get back into it. I got to put some cards in, so that's good. How about rares? So we're buying 1, 4, 9 already. Ugh. 13, 17 of our 13. So we do have, I think we cut the Temple Gardens and we put, we do want them eventually. Don't get me wrong. But I'm less keen on that. And we'll just do the guild gates for now. Why can't I remember? Why can't I remember? Celestia guild gates. That's what it is. And we have all 4 of them, so let's just do 2 of each, because then it varies the art. So that covers that. So that's 13. That's going to be all of our rares, but I think it's going to be good. I think this is going to be a fun deck, so I think it's worth it. And then 4 of our uncommons, 4 and 5, 9 of our uncommons, or 9 of our commons. Yeah, I'm okay with that. And the forests, I don't care. If I do like this, I'll switch them out. But I think this is going to work. Eventually, I'd like to switch our... I would like to +1. Wait, what? Yeah. Okay, that's right. Now, forest versus plains. This gives us... So that's going to be good. We're going to build this. That's excellent. I will eventually want to do this, switch out these guild gates for the... I can't remember what it's called now. The rare M20 land. Painland, whatever it is. Wow, I'm getting tired of this deck building. Okay, so this gives us 4. That's 8. That's 19 forests, and 8, 13 plains. Is that too many plains? Is that too many plains? We want to be able to cast this turn 5. Do we maybe do 4 plains? 12 forests? I think we'll play with this for now. We may have to adjust that. Sideboard, we're just going to leave these 2 in here in case it ever comes up. We'll see what that as we go. This is going to be called... You guys can help me name it. I'm going to call it New Wolves for now. Let's come up with an excellent name. Maybe Pockets Wolves or Pocket Wolves or something like that. I don't know. If you guys want to put some comments down and below what I should call this deck, that'd be great. Let's see how we're doing now. This is... I'm sure there's some changes in here. Someone's going to have come up with a more efficient one. This is a good card for it. But because it's Wolves, let's put this one in. Actually, no. You know what? I have to... What am I thinking? Of course, it's got to be that one. Love the art. Okay. So where does it say right here? So 28. Yeah, we definitely need to be heavier on the green. However, we want to be able to cast Tulsimir turn 4 if we can. We could probably even get away with no planes, but let's keep 1. Let's keep it as this. But we can probably get away with none. But we'll see how this goes. You know what? Yep. Okay, so let's build this and see if we have enough. All right. I've decided. I've been playing a lot of red-blue. I played a lot of that before we left, so I decided this is it. I'm going to play my new Wolves. Save and exit. There she is. Fantastic. Okay, so give me a second. I'm going to sort of dig through, make sure I'm not missing anything, and then we will try this thing out. So be right back. Okay, so here we go. We are going to get into it. We're going to use our deck. So let's do, do I want to do a bot match or just want to, no, let's just get straight into it. We'll see how she does. We're going to just do standard, not ranked for now. As I'm getting back into it for this season, I'm not going to care too much about my rank because I think I'm going to have to start over anyways in a couple of days. Actually, let's just take a quick look. 12 days. So yeah, standard's going to rotate. We're going to change our dude to something more wolfy. Yeah, we could do Vivian. Why not? I got the RAL as a present from my wife way back. But yeah, so it's only 12 days. I'm just going to leave it. I might do one of each. At least one constructed just so I get some rewards. But I can do that in a minute. Let's get into this. You guys are waiting for a game. Let's see how this goes. Oh, I think I have a dead pixel. No, it just went away. Ha, flicked it and it fixed. I love when that happens. All right. I think it's that one. Yeah, we're going to play standard M20. So what is this? Haven't even done this yet. Get a head start, upcoming format, playing. Yes, okay, play this event as many times as you want. At one win, you get XP, so this takes you up the mastery track. So it's just to get you up the mastery track. You go until you lose twice. We are going to use New Wolves, because that is our deck. Autumn Gates, you see, it does actually work, and I haven't even tweaked it yet. So there's probably some stuff we can do in there, but I'm bored of it. Oh, we got to change our sleeve backs. No, we're just going to play. I'll switch it later. Let's get our first game under our belt, and we'll see where things stand from there. All right. Oh, it's been a while. I'm going to be like fumbling with the interface. I think I've played 0 games. Actually, I think I played, there was the Brawl event. I played like 1 match of that like a week ago. And then I haven't had a chance to look back at it because I just had no idea what's going on. Okay, so we have green, white. Wow. I don't think this is amazing. They go first. We're on the draw, though, so it doesn't give us anything for the first, like, 3 turns, though, so I think I'm going to ship this and mulligan. I have to. I need something that I can do a little early. So green, white, we get a prison. We got, damn. We do have an incubation druid, though, so turn 2 incubation druid, turn 3 wolf pup if we need to, or Vivian, but okay, yeah, we're going to keep this, and we have to mulligan, right? Or we have to put one, does it go on top of the deck? I don't even remember. So keep 6, and it says return 1 card to the bottom of your library. I think we're going to return, which Vivian is this? We definitely got to keep this Vivian. Do we keep this or this? We're less likely to play this Vivian, so let's put her on the bottom. We'll keep the Prison Realm and hope for the best. Blue something. So we're going to play this because it comes into play tapped, and we don't have a turn 1 play anyways, and we gain 1 life. I did say hello. Let's just do this because I'm used to seeing this. Okay, flash flying, so it's going to be what? Blue-green flash, so we'll see stuff like Frilled Mystics, probably. That's still a thing, right? Yeah. So here we are, flying deck. Exactly what I said we were going to have trouble with. That's okay, though. So we're going to turn 2. Let's put out... We need the double forest. We need 2 forests next turn. Let's do that first, because we're more likely to need double forest than double plains. And we'll put out our incubation druid and see what happens. I just got delivered, like, lunch. That's awesome. So now I would have liked to have that other Vivian so we can give something reach to block some of these flyers. Protection from red. I like this. I don't know if it's ever done that before. I don't know if I've paid enough attention to notice. So we can Prison Realm. Is there anything here? Counter target spell that targets you. Draw a card. Like, there's nothing here worth Prison Realm yet, so we're going to Ferocious Pup. That gets us a board presence. So let's do this because we want triple. Doesn't really matter. And we can... No. Do we want to do that? No. We could do her in +1, but then we can't attack. Let's do this. We'll get a board presence. And no attacks. I really don't know what I'm doing, so I'm just going to talk my way through it. I just kind of built this, so we'll see how it goes. That's a lot of flying. But they're going to have to start blocking us when we start attacking. So next round we can do this. We can put 2 on here, make it a 4/4 trampler. Ooh. Okay. Well, we know what's happening now. That immediately gets prison realmed. It has to. There's no reason not to, right? And do we want that land? 5th land? Do we go greedy? Yes. We're going to keep that. Because then after that we can ship. And let's put out a second one of these. Next turn we'll probably Vivian. And let's attack. Might as well get the 2 damage. Can't block it anyway. And we can't block him at the moment, so that works. And then we'll put this out. We'll probably do a 4/4 trample here. 4. There's another one. That's where the other one would have been better, where they can't recast it. That sucks, but so that changes things a little bit. None of those help. So let's put maybe this one out instead then, and we get another 3/3 wolf. He's going to leave a blocker up. What's the play? 1, 2, 3, 4 leaves us with 3 mana. Let's just do this. We can +1/+1 him. We'll do it on this. Or do we spread it out? No, we put them both on here. We'll see what he does. He might counter it. He has 2 white, 2 red open, so 2 blue. What can he negate? That's creatures only, right? So what we're looking at here, maybe... Okay. This is crazy. I don't know what we can do right at the moment, but we're going to +1 her. They'll probably attack it with the... It doesn't have vigilance, so we're going to just boom, boom. What? Submit? Oh. Okay, well, let's just do that. Apparently, you can't do it on the same one, or I didn't do it right. 3/3 trample is not going to help us. We're going to start getting hurt here. He doesn't have vigilance, though, so if he does do something with it, we'll see. We need our other prison realm. I think I put 3, right? So obviously this is our weakness. As I said, flying is something we have a real trouble dealing with. But we get a few things out, we can do something with it. They're all indestructible as well right now. Okay, yeah. They're all indestructible, so he can block, kill our stuff, or chump block, whatever he wants to do. So we can't even really logically attack into this at the moment. This is not going well for us. He may be able to like absorb, or there's any number of counter spells, but that's okay. So we get a 3/3 wolf out of the deal, but we have no answers in turn. Yeah, this is going to be our weakness. This would be a point where we would have bring something in from the sideboard to deal with flyers, I think, or the other Vivian, or get something big enough. You know, get a wolf up to 7, and there's not a lot we can do. That's 10, that's 11, 12. But we get through for 6, 7 next turn at the least, which isn't enough. That's 7, that's 9. Yeah, that's 12 damage. We're in a... Oh, what happened? Where'd that come from? I must have misread something. Okay, so we lost 1. Let's try again. I'm not gonna... That was definitely our weakness. Can't do a lot against flyers. So we'll play again. I'll play until I get kicked out, and then we'll end this video there because we did do the deck building. And I think that's a good start. And that will give me a chance to see your guys' comments. I'll play with it a bunch as is and see where we go from there. I've just realized my sound is muted this whole time. Hold up. That's really loud, I think. So I'll turn it down a little bit. Okay, so we have Green, white, white, but we have an incubation druid. We have the arc bow, which would be excellent. We have our lord, and we have our not our primary Vivian, but we don't need double green until turn 4, and we have it already here. So this is going to be a keep 7. We go first. We'll say hello. Hopefully the background noise isn't too loud. Doesn't look like it. May even be too quiet. Bring it up just a little bit. Alright, so we are going to start with Blossoming Sands, or Blooming Sands. Blossoming Sands. Oh, that is quite loud in my headset now. But I can turn that down independently. What do we got? Ooh. So I think, because this will help more later. I think. I think getting that out gets us technically this, if we want to, next turn. Legion exile target creature opponent controls will convert a mana. Okay, so that's okay, because we can still get Vivian, and they have to deal with it somehow. So we can get Vivian down, or we can get this down. Let's put our mana out. Prison Realm's not going to help. He's seen all of this. It doesn't know we have the icon. Let's... We need something. Let's... This is not going to help. We could -2 it. Because he's not attacking us. He doesn't likely have much for haste. So let's -2 her. And see if we can get something going for next turn. Wow. We can exile that. Well, that got some mana off the top, I suppose. Come on. Alright, what do we get? Well, that's something. Maybe counterspell mana up or something. Well, that's as good as anything to call out any sort of counterspells, and we can give it vigilance and reach until end of turn, until my next turn by +1ing her, just to +1 her more than anything.
You can still walk away.
Okay, and we can't attack this turn. Okay, could we? No, vigilance doesn't give it haste. No, not at all. We can start attacking with it. It does have vigilance, which will be, we can keep giving it vigilance. What was that? Each opponent can't look at. Each opponent can't draw more than one card each turn. Look, okay, that's fine. We don't typically draw more than one card. He did get a Thought Erasure, which is not amazing for us. What's that do? Look at the top 4 cards of your library and reveal non-creature. Put them into your hand. Put the rest in the bottom. Do we care enough to worry about it? No. Let's put this out, giving this guy a +1/+1. And we want wolves. So wolf. Done. And we'll +1 Vivian to Arlen's wolf.
The mysteries of life are endless.
And then we will all attack. And I think that's all attack. You know what? Let's just get rid of that. That's even better. Just so he's not getting card advantage from us. I mean, maybe that wasn't the right move, but I think it feels okay. Next turn we need a mana. We need land. We need a forest. That's what we need, a forest. And I can't believe I shipped 3 forests and or 2 forests and whatever, and I can't. Yeah, so that's probably going to get rid of my Night Pack or Prison Realm. Night Pack most likely. Because we're Night Pack, we can put out our bow. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, it's okay. Can't do a whole lot else, I don't think. Unless he has another Thought Erasure. Elder Spell. Destroy any number of target planeswalkers. Okay. Alright. Oh. That's good. That's good. Let's go ahead and we'll roll this out now, actually. Let's just rule this out for now, because we want it on the field. And we can safely attack for 4. That doesn't do us any good, so let's attack. And we'll just get in there for the attack. Blast zone, put X charge, so he's got 1. Okay, so he's got to get that up to like 3 or 4 before... Whoops. That was my bad. I thought I was waiting on him, but he was waiting on me. I need a forest. Can I have a forest? I mean, I'll even take an elf at this point, but I definitely need a forest. He knows this is here. So he's probably loath to play anything super... So we can actually... reveal the card... Die to put an external from the battlefield. Oh yeah, no, that means this can't actually do anything with it, but put it back on his deck. That's gonna hurt. Not much we can do about that, so you can have it. That stops us from attacking as well, and it's flying, which is a problem for us. We've got to try to get this out. We definitely don't have the mana for that. I need a forest. Need. My turn. I need a forest. And I get an Arlen's Wolf instead. Prison Realm doesn't really help us because it's just going to put it back. 3rd from the top, he's just going to get it. Killing it doesn't help either. This is where that other ability would help, but... Okay. Well, the other option is, since it's not really going to matter, I can do this. And I got nothing. Well, there's my forest, too. That was dumb. Made the wrong move. I should have put the wolf out and just built the board. But instead, I just shipped my forest that I needed desperately. That's too bad. Because I could have put this guy out. Would have been great, but... Okay. Maybe I'll still draw a forest. We could get lucky. Maybe I'm really good at this game and I'll top deck a forest. Oh, I have the... No, I put those in my other deck. See, I just... Yeah, I don't know. So this definitely feels too slow in this case, obviously. But then if it ever does hit the board, it's going to be good enough. I mean, once we get a presence, casting this on their turn in response to something could really help. But we want the other Vivian out before that happens. I could have done this as well. Not that it would have mattered, but I could have got like another Arlen's Wolf or something. Oh, sorry. I'm not doing anything. That's not quite what I wanted, but let's do it anyway. Gain 1 life. Put out another wolf. Next turn we can Nightpack Ambusher and swing, and then he has to block and die? Yeah, I think that's the plan, because it'll become a 5-5 or a 5-4, and they'll both die, but then his goes 3 from the top, but then I can also still... Oh, damn it, really? For frig's sakes. There goes my other night pack, which we could for this and try to top deck one in the top four, which might be the option if we don't. Oh, we took. He has something. Okay, that I don't care about. I actually, honestly, really don't care about that. That works for me. Like realistically, I don't typically draw more than 1 card, and this isn't card draw. It's looking at and playing, so I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about that, which I will be able to do something about because I will attack with both. 1/1. He has to choose what he's going to do, unless he has another thought erasure and can get rid of the night pack anyway. Minus all creatures get -2. That's not well. That is gonna mean that he can block, but it is sorcery speed. Oops. Oopsie. Ooh. I think this is going to be the better move. I need to do this. Now, it would be nice to flash it in, but I need to... I'm going to put the pressure on. Is he going to counter it? That could be some sort of... No? Okay. Okay. We go for the face for 10. He has to try and block and give him this one more draw. Yes, we do. Okay. So we put both of them to his face. He will block half... He may block one. He may not. Let's see what happens. Yeah. And then 5 gets through and they trade. He's going to do... Is there something he can do? Ah, I see. I see. Good play. That means his thing doesn't die, but that's okay. That gets rid of that cruelty, and we'll work from there. I do have her now, which put out +1 becomes a 6/5, which means he'll have to do another some sort of trick. Yeah, that's fine.
Meditate and prepare.
Yeah, so we do this +1 attack with Arlen's Wolf with trample. I think that's the play, unless we draw another. Yeah, what was that? Sorry, I should have read that. Yeah, shoot. Yeah, not a whole lot we can do there. Not a whole lot we can do there. It's a good play. So that means we may have to Arcbow again on our turn, just to get something on the board. Yep. Yep. Not a lot we can do. We have no mana. Alright. So we could Arcbow for 5. That means we can cast pretty much anything. So we have to do that. 5. Pay. We're going to discard this. And that means we can cast pretty much anything. Wow, really? Wow. That is terrible. What's better? At least that gives us something we can do with Vivian next turn unless he can kill it. And he's black, so he's got a lot of kill spells. I imagine he's just going to kill the board. Yeah. There's a -2/-2 until end of turn. Okay. Which he's copying it, and then he's going to cast the other one and kill my wolf. I don't... Yeah. So if I draw a land or something that sucks, I'm going to do Arcbow again. But this is not working. But I'm getting some ideas. So far, so good. Do we care about that? I think we actually use that to discard, and we try to get something on the table. We have to. We have to. We're not going to discard. We're going to discard that. Because we don't need more than 5 mana, realistically. That's cool right there. Does that give us any way of killing anything, though? Yes. Yes, because we're going to have a 4/4 wolf that can fight something. So we're going to put this out. And we can at least fight his this. Which will buy us some time. And that's fine, because then we can still Vivian, put 2 counters on here and give it trample. We don't want to swing with this necessarily, though. But we'll find something now. We could actually discard Vivian, to be honest, and do another... Okay. That answers that question. Still, you can see there's a semblance of something working. I think I'm actually going to do it again. I just have to keep doing this. Sacrifice that. We don't need more than 5. I mean, it's nice to have more, but this gives us another one of those. This time we won't fight, because we can do 0. Submit 0. And then we use her to 6/6 trample him and hope for the best. Yeah. Oh, what's that? I missed it. Yep. Yep. So we just need something that puts wolves into place, so we could actually arc bow Vivian if we need to. Nope. So obviously a very good control deck. We just have to keep trying. That's all we can do. I mean, this is nice. But I think we have to arc bow again. It's been working. Let's just do it again. Yeah. I think we're going to get rid of this, because this is better. And realistically, we don't get something on the board to stick, which he has another up next list cruelty anyways, but... Or Cry the Carnarium. And we're not going to fight. So if we could have done both, that would have been cool. But if it sticks, we can put Vivian out. Or we get something with a wolf. A wolf would be good too. But we can make him a 6/6 and hope for the best. Although he does have sorcery speed, ouch. We'll see what we get. But there's something here. I can feel it. It's working. Like, I'm not dead yet. And I'm giving him things he has to answer, and a lot of it is 2-for-1ing. Although these are being kind of hard cast out. I'm sacrificing cards, so it's not really a 2-for-1. Ugh. There's just no winning but against that. Not much I can do. Like, that's just it. It's really good. And then he gets to make that an 8/8, and that's GG pretty much. That is pretty much GG. We can hard cast this now, which does nothing for us. Submit 0. And turn. And we'll see. That's probably game. I can chump block if I need to. He may just keep that up as a blocker, swing overhead. He doesn't have a need to use this. You can Cry the Carnarium. Exile target creature. Okay. He's going to attack now. There's no reason not to. So I have to block with this. Yeah, it's going to swing with everything. Force me to block. And lethal next turn. Okay, so I don't know if there's anything I can really do here to dig myself out of this hole I found myself in. But let's see. Oh, there's a God's Willing. That would have been useful. Is that going to help us? I can protect from black whatever I block with to buy a turn if I need to. Let's arc bow for 4. Keeping 1 white up. I don't think I have any more of the whatchama-who's it anyway. Buy myself a turn, try something. And we're gonna doesn't matter. And this, because it's not going to help us. We need to land on something. We need to land on something. I don't think there's anything I can do to dig out, but I can give a blocker to protection from black and live another turn Even if he tries to do something like this, I can protection from Blackett. Come on. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? It is his turn, right? Yeah, he's thinking. He's in the tank. He knows something's up. He only has one cry. So is he gonna rubber band me? Is he gonna literally just... Or is he actually thinking, like, there's nothing you can do. Do something. It's him that's waiting, not me. Oh. GG. GG. We'll just let him have it. Yeah. I did not land on a creature.
There are so many mysteries to uncover. I have just the trick for this.
Come on, swing for the kill. He thinks I have a trick. If he doesn't attack because he thinks I have a trick, that'll be fun. No, there we go. Alright, so that was close. If he had got a creature there, we would have lived another turn at least. I don't think there's much we could have done to dig out, but I think there's something here. I might have a couple cards I need to switch out. Like, the other Vivian maybe isn't... The Reach Vivian may not be necessary. But there we go. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments down below. I don't think I have enough left now to finish my combo deck, which is sad, but I can try to get some. I would need, yeah, 3, 6, 10 more rares. So yeah, definitely not. So that's okay though. That's okay. I like the deck. I think there's something there. And yeah, come up with a name for the new Wolves. Let me know what you think down in the comment section down below. Let me know what you think about having a longer format. I don't know what this is going to be. Probably closer to an hour. So let me know what you think. As always, guys, thanks for watching. Take care of each other. And I'm out of here.